In this mini lecture, we'll talk about introducing your speech. The introduction of your speech is where you get your audience excited about your topic and where you tell them what you are going to be talking to them about. There are 4 parts of an introduction. There's the attention getter. This is where you start to build credibility. Try to establish audience relevance. WIFM, what's in it for me? As an audience, we need to sometimes be told, or at least to help us understand, why we should care about your topic. Now this is begun in the introduction, and then the way that you organize and deliver your speech helps to again build that audience relevance. And finally, you want to preview your speech, which if you use a previewing strategy for your central idea, you can insert that central idea right here. When we're delivering a speech, in the introduction, we're going to tell them what we're going to be telling them. In the body's where we're going to tell them. And then in the conclusion, we're going to tell them again what we just told them. This isn't being repetitive. It's allowing your audience to have a clear understanding of your speech message. So let's break down these pieces of the introduction. First, we have the attention getter. This is something you say, show, or do to get your audience to focus on you, your topic, and the goal of your speech. Now, there are a variety of different things that you can use to get your audience's attention. You could use facts and statistics. You could tell a story or a narrative. You could use quotes. If you're funny, you can use humor, but make sure the joke is in good taste. You could pose a question, a rhetorical question, or you could reference yourself, the audience, an event that happened. There are a variety of different ways to grab your audience's attention. So, once you get our attention, well, then what do you need to do? We're going to begin to build credibility in our introduction, as well as establish some type of audience relevance and help the audience understand why your topic is important. The order that these 2 things happen in does not matter. So let's first look at building credibility. Here we're going to take a look at why are you credible to speak about this topic? Why did you choose this topic? Is this something you've always been interested, perhaps a skill that you have, somewhere you've traveled? So how else can we build credibility? Well, speaking confidently helps to build credibility. Of course, you want to demonstrate that you are knowledgeable about your topic. Point out what you have in common with the audience, and being sincere and concerned for the audience. Now, this is important in the introduction, but this is certainly also important throughout the speech. So we are beginning to build credibility in the introduction, but then that must carry throughout the speech. Let's now take a look at audience relevance. An acronym that we could use for this is WIFM. What's in it for me? Why should this audience care about this speech topic? We need to help the audience understand why the speech is going to be relevant, useful, and interesting to them. Again, this is begun in the introduction of your speech and then is important throughout your speech so that your audience can make that connection to your topic. I often tell students that if they're thinking about a speech topic, they should always choose something that they know about or something that is interesting to them. And sometimes they'll say, well, I don't think my audience will care. And I still say choose the topic that's interesting to you because you will seem more credible, you will be more enthusiastic. But then the important point is to help the audience understand why this topic just might be something interesting to learn about. It's your job as the speaker to try to establish that audience connection. The credibility and the audience relevance does not need to come in any particular order in the introduction. You may even establish audience relevance within your attention getter. What we do know is the attention getter is the first thing that happens, and the last thing that happens in the introduction is previewing the speech. So remember this saying, tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them again what you just told them. In a preview, you will tell the audience what your main points will be. This helps prepare your audience for the speech body and sets the stage for your speech. Do not leave your audience in a state of confusion about what it is that you are going to be talking about. Now, a little special note about delivery. It is important that you use the best delivery style that you can during your introduction and your conclusion. This does not mean that good delivery style is less important during the body of the speech. I know that when we are delivering an informative speech where we need to be concerned about orally citing our sources, when we need to be concerned about our structure, that we may be relying on that outline a little bit more during those parts. However, in the introduction and in the conclusion, you want to make sure that you maintain good eye contact and use good vocal variety. At least pretend to sound enthusiastic about your topic, because if you're not enthusiastic about your topic, your audience will not be excited about your topic.